I got the 66 Oldsmobile. We're gonna go drop this thing off. It's been sitting out here for, I don't know, months. Somebody's buying it, so it's not gonna be out in the weather anymore. I think it's got about a quarter of a tank in it, assuming the gauge reads okay. Started right up. Top it off. Here she's all filled up before we leave. Doesn't have any overflow tank, so it's been sitting for a couple months, so it evaporates. Got some air in the tires. Pull it out of here. Be on our way. Tires aren't the best in the world, but it's not going far. It's full. Acura's running. We got a bit over a quarter tank. Car's running good. This will be the first time I've had it out, about 2 months. Taking it to the new owner's house. That is a freaking cool Speedo right there. Wish me luck, onto the highway we go. I think she'll be fine though. This is a good car. There you can see that speedometer doing its thing. That is neat. That is some cool shit right there. Sorry the windshield's so dirty. Didn't have a chance to clean this today. I mean, the car seems to be good though. We got voltage, no overheating issues. Everything's doing what it needs to be doing. So we only got about, let me see, 14, 15 miles. That's no big deal for this. You, sir, have an interesting driveway. What do we have there? We got a Benz, old C10, something without a front end on it. Looks like some type of a Toyota, maybe a Land Cruiser, and then he's got something over there under the cover. It's a nice array of stuff you got there. So basically, we picked up the Toronado probably about like 3 or 4 months ago. It was sitting next to a restaurant, probably about an hour away from where my shop's at. At the time, the car, it ran, it didn't run good, it was leaking a lot of coolant, carburetor was pouring gas, you could barely drive it down the highway. It had this really bad, rich running problems. I mean, it was basically blowing black smoke out of the pipes. It was dumping so much fuel. So we did the carburetor on it, fixed some fuel line issues, little odds and ends things. The car really is in pretty good shape, it didn't need too much. And a lot of cleaning. This thing was disgustingly filthy. It's a little dirty now, but I mean, we got it. I mean, this thing had like stains in the paint. I was scrubbing it for probably about an hour trying to get it clean. But now it runs pretty good. We're probably about 10 minutes away from where we got to be. Oh, for the love of God, it's only got 6 more miles. Please make it on that tank of gas. I don't want to put gas in this car. Come on. A lot of issues with these front-wheel drives. This is actually a front-wheel drive car, but yeah, a lot of issues with these. The front end will start to come apart on them. You'll go to give it throttle. You'll hear the tires screeching because they'll start to move the toe in. I had that happen on an Eldorado once. But now this one's actually running pretty good. The Olds motor is nice and strong. The trans is nice. Still has its original single pot master cylinder in it, so fingers crossed we don't pop a brake line because we will have no brakes at all. So we bought this 1966 Oldsmobile a couple of months ago. Me and a friend of mine went and got it. It was sitting down in Perth Amboy, New Jersey. The car really hadn't been driven in a while. You know, the guy had run it a little bit, but didn't actually have it on the road or really use it in quite some time. He was a restaurant owner, very nice gentleman. The car, he had stopped driving it. It had a coolant leak. It was leaking gasoline on top of that. It ran like garbage. Certainly was not roadworthy. Pretty much could just barely guard drive. But, you know, we got it, scooped it up. I towed it back up to the shop. I threw a carburetor on it. Fixed a fuel leak. Engine coolant leak ended up just being a lower radiator hose. Sorted all that out. New set of points. It's running strong now. Runs good. Car still has a couple little quirks and odds and ends, but nothing crazy. You know, it's, you know, right now it's a 66. You know, you got a car here. It's over 50 years old, so they're going to be needful. But the metal on it's good. It's pretty solid. It runs nice. The guy that's buying this thing's going to be pretty damn happy with it. Yeah, no, it's pretty sweet though. It's the end of the saga for the 66.
Well, it's the first year, so.
I mean, it's the end of my saga of having one.
The Motor Trans car of the year.
Was it?
Oh, you filming?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You gonna take good care of this thing?
I always think. Yeah.
I know. You're probably the best home this car was gonna get. There we go. She's got a nice garage to live in.